Y'all. Welcome in. You guys are live with Farron from Design Mastery Studio. And today we're going to show you how to create not a UV DTF. We're going to show you how to create a DTF gang sheet. To create a UV DTF gang sheet, it's going to be the same process. You're just going to click UV DTF versus DTF, okay? So if you have any questions, don't forget to hit the follow button and subscribe. And if you're watching, we're also streaming on TikTok. So if you're watching on TikTok, head over to YT now, and you guys will be able to see a clear screen because I'm doing screen sharing on YouTube. All right. If you're on YouTube from TikTok, come in and say hello, enter in the chat. If you have any questions, please feel free to type them so that I can answer them. If you're watching this as a replay, go ahead and put your comments in the comment section so that I can help if there's anything that needing clarification. All right. So without further ado, we're going to get started. Okay. So the first thing I want to make sure that you guys do is follow me on all my platforms. So to follow me, you're going to go to my link in my bio. Awkward. You're going to go over to my link in my bio so that you guys can follow me on all platforms, okay? So just to take you through, this is going to take you to my YouTube. This will take you to my Facebook group where we come together and show the projects that we're making, or if anyone has any question. This is going to take you to my TikTok. Also, anything that you see that I use on the screen as far as projects or other tutorials, this is my Amazon storefront. And if you have any questions, feel free and email us. If you are watching us on TikTok, I do have a banner for you to go click on if you have any questions if you're needing to go click on live. All right. So the vendor that I use is Freestyle Design. Uh-oh, my computer about to die. Hold on, y'all. We can't do nothing without the computer. The vendor that I use is Freestyle Design, and I have them listed in my store. In my link in my bio. And so I'm going to show you how to get started with them. Also, you do get 10% off. You also get 10% off your first order by clicking on the link. All right. So if you go over here and you're going to click the the DTF prints, and it's going to open up. All right. This is going to be his website. I'm bringing you here first because this is where you're going to get the sizing for what we're going to do. All right. So you're going to hover over transfers. Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming in. Hello, Tasha. Hey, Bible girl. Hey. All right. So I'm going to be showing you how to create a DTF transfer. Okay. Hey, babe. D. I'm live. All right. So you're going to click it. We're going to go to order, get DTF gang sheets. All right. And so again, I'm bringing you here first because I want you to see the different sizes that you can get so that you know what size to make your canvas. All right. So this is the pricing. When I say it is really good versus it is better than going and buying vinyl, y'all. So if you like, well, Farron, I got a Cricut. Yes. We have Cricuts and we love our Cricuts. But let's just start. Why do we do DTF? Okay. We use DTF because it's going to cut down our time of needing to weed and layer when we're doing multiple colors. Okay. So everybody, if anybody's watching on YouTube, can y'all hear me? I just want to make sure y'all can hear me. Okay. If you could drop a yes in the chat. I'm only asking because last time the chat, the voice wasn't working. I probably should have asked that in the beginning. Can everybody hear me on YouTube? We do got some viewers over there. Yes. Okay, Tasha. Thank you, Tasha. Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. Hey, Coach. Hey, girl. Hey, we got another event coming up, so I got to remember to message you so you can come out. All right. So we're going to, depending on the size or how many shirts that you need, we're going to just start with the size. And then if you ever need more shirts, you just go up a size. Okay. So what this means, this is going to be your width. So the width of it is going to be 22 inches. And then the length Okay. So this is going to be the length. So they have a 24, a 36, a 48, a 60, a 72, and an 84. Okay. He has way more. All right. But if you are using Canva, which is what we're going to be learning today, nope, you're not late. We're just getting started. We're just getting started. If you're just not joining us, we're learning how to create a DTF gang sheet so that you guys can make them yourselves. Hey, Miss B. All right. So the 84 is too big. All right. The canvas on Canva only goes to 83. So you're just going to lose out on an inch. Okay. So if you're using Canva, this is the max. So if I need 2 of these, then I just double pay for this one. All right. So that's the easiest way. Thank you for sharing out the live. That's the easiest way to see it. Hey, Felicia. Thank you. Thank you, Ebony. All right. Does anybody have any questions on the sizing? But again, if you're using like Photoshop and all the other designer at Infinity and things like that, then you can get the bigger sheets. He also has a gang sheet builder where you can build your gang sheet right on his site if you need something bigger. All right. But I'm just showing you how to upload and make your own gang sheet so that you can be ready to go. Okay. All right. So I just wanted to come here, and even for I just did a 84. And on 84, I mean, I got so many shirts on 84. I'll show you what an 84 gang sheet looks like. And that's only 38 cookies, y'all. So it's really, really good. All right. So now let's go to our our Canva. And we're just going to create a new canvas. All right. We're going to create a new canvas. And so we're going to click create, and we're going to do custom size. All right. And so again, having his up, we're just going to go to the 22 by 60. All right. So I need a canvas size that's going to be 22 by 60. Hello, Rachel. Thank you so much, love. So I'm just going to type that in here, right? The width is going to be 22. The height is going to be 60. All right. And then I'm going to create design. If you need a better view and you're on TikTok, go over to click on the link in my bio and bring up the first link. It'll take you to the YouTube video where you can see a better view. All right. Where you can actually see the screen. Okay. So now that we have this is our canvas. This is what this is what a full gang sheet that is 22 by 60 will look like. Okay. So now, thank you for the gift. Thank you so much. So now we're going to go get our images. All right, let me back up. Well, no, because I'm not showing you how to do images on Canva. Sorry. Y'all know I be wanting to help so much. All right. So you should have your images ready to go. This is just the order that I was working on. But let's just find. We're going to just use the ducks. We'll use the ducks. That's a shirt that I was just doing. All right. So let's just say we need a cousin duck. We need abuela. And we need grandma. We need grandpa and mommy. All right. So y'all see that you can't see the words, right? You definitely want to be able to see the words. Okay. So I'm going to I always just change my back to like a gray just in case I have white. Okay. So that I can see everything. All right. So I want to make sure, I want to find one that's not where I want it. Hold on, because I want to find one that's like blah, 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 weird and funky. Okay, here we go. All right, so you see how this one, let me pull all these down. Let me just delete. You see how this one has all this space around your image? You see how that happens? Let me zoom in so you can see it better. Yes, your image should be transparent. Now you can create your image straight on here. I'm going to show you both ways. This is if you already have your image, your PNG ready to go transparent. This is how you're going to create. I'll show you how to just create it on the gang sheet as well. Okay. So, but you see, if I upload a PNG and I made it on a bigger canvas, I'm going to have all this space. You don't want that. So you want to bring in all the way to your letters or wherever your image starts. Okay. Because if I had it this wide, if I had it this wide and I want it to be a 3x3, I want it to fit on my shirt, the 3x3 is going to measure this entire purple, which means your image is really not going to be a 3-inch image. All right. But if you bring it in closer, then you'll be able to see that it will be more accurate of what your image size will be. Okay. So I have this image, and let's just say I want this on my pocket. So when I do a pocket, I make sure it's locked. Okay. Make sure it's locked. So I want it to be a 3-inch. Okay. I don't mess with the height because you want it to look natural. You don't want it to, if I turned off the height, then let's just say I went back. If I turned off the height and I wanted to do a 5, you see how it's going to cut me off? We don't want that. Okay. So I always make sure you lock it. That just means I only want to mess with the width. Okay. So for my pockets, I do a 3-inch. However long the height is, that's the height. But I know the width I want for my pocket images, I want a 3 inches. Any questions on that? Yes, Crafty for life. That's why I want to make sure people understand that, because the space that you have, that's going to take up. Like if I did this, and I'll show you. Okay. So if this was the regular image and I did it at a 3, okay, and then I duplicated it and then took it down like this, and you want to get as close without going over that line as possible. Look at that. Your image is really only 2 inches, 2.25. You see that? So now if I turn it into a 3, this is how much space you would have lost on a 3. This is a true 3. This is a box 3. Okay. Any questions? If y'all have any questions, just stop me and ask them in the chat, whether you're watching on YouTube or you're watching on TikTok. Okay. All right. So always remember to bring in your purple square all the way to your image. Okay. All right. So going back up to our duck. All right. So you see here, I got a little bit of space over here. So I want to get, again, I want to get as close to my image as possible. All right. Now you could, if you're making your own image, then you could just make it, and like, if you're creating it in Canva, your own PNG, just make sure you go all the way to the edge. Okay. All right. So now my t-shirt size for a regular size adult. So from small to extra large. Don't be trying to do a bunch of different a bunch of different shirts sizes. You keep one. Okay? I use 10.5 from size small to extra large. All right? I use 10.5, and that's the width. Again, I don't touch the height. So for my width, I'm going to change this image to 10.5. Okay. And so you see, it's going to make it smaller. So now I'm going to bring it up and I'm going to go on my corner. Okay. So now I know, and it doesn't matter because this is whatever you put on here is going to print. So I get as close as possible because I want to use every space of this gang sheet. Okay. All right. So that is one image. I deleted the rest because I wanted to show you as we upload them. So now I want to do Thea, right? So now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to make sure that the image meets. I want to make sure that the image, you see here how there's a lot of space around. Yes, that is correct, 3D. That is correct. 10.5 width, and that's in inches for my oversized, I'm sorry, up to an extra large. A 2X, then I go up an inch. All right. So any bigger than that, just go up an inch. All right. So same thing here. Okay. I just want to get as close as possible. Open up your position, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do 10.5. And actually, no, I'm not. Not for this one. Only because look at the difference. Look, this is going to be on a shirt. Okay. So this is why your image and your sizing is going to matter based off of your shirt. This is, think of 18. This is going to be all the way down to my knees on a t-shirt. You're welcome, 3D. On a t-shirt. So when I'm dealing, because it's so narrow, what it's trying to do is give me the same width, but because Thea is so small, it doesn't go over the image. So again, depending on your image, I'm going to bring this back down. And how I do it, I just line it up. And so this is only going to give me a 6 wide and a 10 in height. But that's only because this is that image. If I didn't have it and I was just doing the duck, I don't want to confuse y'all. Let me not confuse y'all. I'm sorry, because I don't want to confuse you. So if I'm doing just the image, then this is what I'm sizing. So majority, that is very rare that my images are so small like that. But if that happens, just line. Let me just show you. I just want y'all to be able to see it for yourselves. Just line it up to the one that you already have there. Okay. So this would have been perfect. And that's what I had to do, because this is a shirt that I had to make. Now it's not going to be as wide as far as mommy, but the ducks are going to be the same size. Y'all saw how I did that? The ducks are still going to be the same size. So if you're ever dealing with something where the name is not as long and it's hanging over, and that's what's getting me that size, then just make sure you line up the image that's in the middle. Don't worry about the name hanging over. Okay. Okay, y'all, I apologize for that. Okay. So y'all see how we do this. So that's how I would do that. Now, if I wanted to, let's go to another duck. Okay. Yeah. So when I made this design, I brought it perfectly to the edge, as close. I could go in a little bit more, but I got it to the edge of my canvas when I created it. So I don't have a lot of, I say dead space, but awkward space around it. I probably can't say the D word on here. So on this case, I'm good, right? I don't have to move it around too much. I'm going to do it. I'm going to still do the same thing, 10.5. Okay. Now, if I'm doing like a toddler size, actually, this one is toddler. If this one, I believe, is a 2T. So I'm going to do 5 inches. All right. So again, I only mess with the width. Okay, Kirsten. I only mess with the width. All right. So cool. And y'all stop me if y'all have any questions, because y'all know me. I'll just get to going and I get so excited helping y'all. Okay. So let's just say you have 4 different orders. So that's one order, right? And I'm saying orders because we claiming orders, y'all, of ducks. So now we're going to work on our other order. All right. So this is one of my other orders. So now this is a pocket size. So remember, I want to bring the purple square in. Bring my purple square in. And again, I go as close without going over. Let me zoom in. Okay. If you have to zoom in like this, do that. You don't want your letters to look like that, because that is how it's going to print. Okay. You don't want your letters to look like that. You want to make sure that if you need to zoom in, get the magnifying glass out. And you just want to be as close as possible without going over the letters like this. Okay. And when I'm like this, it's not going to be a big of a deal. You just don't want a lot of space. All right. So all of that to me looks good. So I know, again, I'm doing 3 width. So it's not going to be a good 3x3 because the length, the height of the image is a little, it's like a rectangle versus a square. So I just let that go. All right. So now this is why I like to do multiple orders in one. So I'm going to find a way to fit. Sorry. I'm going to find a way to to fit that in all of my images because I want to fill as much space as possible. So y'all see here, I went ahead and it was able to fit in the middle. So I'm going to squeeze it in there. I'm not going to make a whole new section for it. You're paying for the full sheet. Use the full sheet. Okay. Are you printing too? No, I am not printing, Tara. I am outsourcing. Hey, little dream. Hi, beautiful. Welcome in, everybody. If you're watching on TikTok and you want a better view, please go click on the link in the bio. It'll take you over to the YouTube where you can actually see the screen instead of looking at a screen. All right. So again, use all of your space. So this is what we're looking at now. All right. So if you have multiple orders, put them all on one gang sheet. All right. So let's just say I wanted the image that I created today of me holding a gang sheet. So I'm going to do the same thing. I can't do it that far out, so I do have to pull in. All right. So again, I'm going to get as close as possible as I can. And I'm going to go close. All right. So now a good shot. So for the question in the chat is, what is a good size for a shirt? So from small to extra large, I use a 10.5. Okay, small to extra large, I use a 10.5. And then I would go up an inch per size up. Okay, when you're dealing with toddlers, you can do between a 5 and a 6. So that's like an 18-month to like a 5T. So I would say maybe an 18-month and a 2T, I would do 5 inches. And a 3T, 4T, 5T, I would do 6 inches. And then for my baby shirts, like my onesies, I would stick with just one size, and I would do about a 5, between a 4 and a 5. Yes. So for you, Ladrine, for extra large and medium, you would do a 10.5. I don't deal with the different sizes because when I was using my Cricut, y'all, I was making a size for this. I had like a little marking. I was like, oh, this is for the 2X, this is for the 3X, this is for the 4X. We don't need to do that, y'all. Just do one size and it looks nice no matter what size shirt it is. It's just the 10.5 does start getting a little smaller when you're going into a 2X. If you're just not joining us, we are working on how to create a DTF gang sheet to send off for outsourced printing. All right. So I'm just showing you how to create. Those of you who are buying individual gang sheets and we're spending $3 to $5, sometimes $6 plus shipping, you can go and create your own sheet with all the images that you want. Okay. All right. So let's just say we want this one and we're going to do, again, I'm going to do 10.5. because I'm an extra large. So let's just say this was for my shirt. All right. So now that's another order. Now we got, you know what? We got a whole nother order we working on, right? So I'm going to go and I'm going to pull something that ain't going to get me bananaed. Hold on. Something that ain't going to get me bananaed because, you know, they like to tussle. All right. So now I'm going to do the same thing. Okay. So I'm going to bring, and so this customer sent me their image. So I didn't have to manipulate it at all. So I just, again, want to bring it small. So it doesn't matter who sends you the image or how you get your image. No matter what, you want to make sure that purple box. And again, if you have to zoom in. You don't want to go over your image. Okay. Don't be laughing at me, Tasha. All right. And so here now, again, the biggest thing you just want to remember to size your shirt. So let's just say this one is going to be a 3X. So we're going to just do a 12 for this one. Well, let me keep it consistent. We're going to do 12.5 because I told y'all to go up an inch. But for a 3X, I would do like a 12, but it don't matter. However, If I need, like now, you see how that 1/2 inch took me over? That's how I knew off the top of my head. It took me over because I wanted to go right there. I'm gonna go back down that inch. So even though I'm telling you a size, you just don't want to go smaller than a 10.5. But when you get into the bigger sizes, if a whole inch going up don't fit y'all, then just go up a 1/2 inch. It's okay. Okay, it's still gonna fit cute across the chest. Okay. All right, so now I have that shirt, and then we want to do wife, mom, boss. I want to put this on a pencil case. All right. So you see here, I got this from Creative Fabrica, so it's perfectly already around. I don't need to change anything. So I want to put this on a pencil case. So I'm going to size this down to a 5. All right, because I know what size the pencil case is. So because it's a 5, you see this? I'm gonna go up here. Make sure that you fill every space that you can. Okay. All right. So now, I want a picture of my babies. I want to put that under that wife, mom, and boss. Okay. I want a picture of my baby. So I'm going to do another size. Again, I want to bring it in. And I'm going to make this the width a 6. I only mess with the width, y'all. You don't want to be making your picture look all weird. Exactly. No space left behind. Exactly. Crafty for life. Exactly. So I can't fit it up there. So I'm just going to start a new line down here. So you don't need to leave a lot of space. Get as close as your scissors will cut. Okay. So don't worry about the edge. Okay. The edge is the edge. But I get as close as I can cut. Now, I'm not the best cutter. So I do leave myself enough space for my crookedness of cutting. Okay. Because you're going to have to cut this by hand after you get that gang sheet. So you see here, I got about that much space in between. Let me see if I highlight both. There you go. You can see how much space I have in between. All right. But don't overthink it. I just get close as possible. Okay. So again, now you know what I got another order for social work because it's social worker week. That was last month, not this month, y'all. But this was an order. So let's bring this down a little bit. Again, without going over that S. There we go. And this one again. Let's do this one 11. Make sure y'all hitting the like button on YouTube and you're subscribing if you haven't already, please and thank you. Okay. All right. So now we have that. Hold on, y'all. I got a puzzle. Which of these objects is used in hoops? This is the second time they sent something like that. They're not doing puzzles no more. Now you got to guess which is go to what. Okay. So now that's going to go there. All right. So they go that other space. And again, y'all, I'm just picking old orders that I'm doing. Okay. So now again, just sizing down, sizing down, sizing down. All right. And we're going to go back to 10.5 for this one. All right. And remember, fill the space. If I can't fit it like this, I'm going to turn it sideways. Okay. You make do with what you have. So if you need to manipulate it, do it. Okay. You know what? I'm making some Easter shirts. Let's throw some Easter shirts on here. Let's make sure the position. So this is going to be for my babies. So we're going to use a 5. All right. And then I need to go even smaller for the infant size. So we're going to use a 4. And I'm going to turn this one sideways. Can I fit it in here? Like, this is what I be doing. Can I fit it in here? No, I can't. So I'm going to have to go back down to the bottom. All right. So you just want to feel it. Do you think it's better to do vinyl when I don't. I'll be honest. So when I first started learning how to do DTF, I was doing an order with words and it just takes forever to weed. This process eliminate you weeding. All right. So it maximizes the time that you put in to produce your products. Okay. That's the purpose behind it. Is it easier to close the images with a fabric cutter? Marco, you could, but I just use scissors. I'm gonna show you that process at the end as well, but I just use scissors. So the reason why I wouldn't use a fabric cutter, let me show you, because they're not even. So I guess you could, if you're good with the roll, what is it called, a rotor? Which I'll show you. I have one, so I can show you what it would look like, but I wouldn't be able to curve and do all that. I'd rather just do scissors because I can control it. But if you good with it, go with it. If you good with it, go with it. Okay. All right. So again, we just gonna throw stuff just for the sake of time. I just don't want to get in trouble with some of the stuff. Y'all not about to get me in no trouble. Okay, so let's just throw some images. All right. All right. So this one we want to put, and this is those of you who only have, who want oversized. Hey, Tavia, we are making UV, I'm sorry, I keep saying UV, DTF gang sheets. I'm showing you how to utilize or how to make a DTF gang sheet to get sent off for printing. Okay. So those of you who need oversized, I just did a blanket. And if I was to use, let's just say I was to print at home, I can only print at home 8.5 by 11. So even if I was to use printable vinyl, right? Because someone asked about printable vinyl. Hi, Miss Cheryl. Asked about printable vinyl. Even if I was to use printable vinyl, my printer is still only 8.5 by 11. So if I wanted an oversize, this is the perfect way to do that. All right. So this is a 16. So we're going to leave that. I want this to go on a blanket. And I want this big on my blanket. And so I'm going to leave that size there. This one, forget the sizing, y'all. I'm just bringing it down to fit just to show y'all the images. Okay. So pretend the size is something we already talked about. Okay. So now looking at this, I feel like, okay, you know what? I'm done with my order, but look at all this space. Okay. Your order for your customers are done. All right. This is when you can be selfish and start thinking about yourself and your business. So I have so many of these. This is my brand, right? My logo. So I'm going to do the same thing. Let me zoom in so y'all can see. I have, I'm going to start in the spaces that's open. In the open space, since I can't say the D word, in the open space, I'm just going to fill it in with my logo, because when do you not want to put your logo on stuff, right? So for me, it don't matter what size it is, because I'm getting it for free because my customer paid for the gang sheet. Okay. So I literally fill every space that I can with my stuff. Okay. Unless the customer is, the only time I don't do that is if they're paying me to create them a gang sheet. So I also do that. If you're like, Farron, I like that you showed us how to do this for free, but girl, I do offer a service where I create the gang sheet and everything for you. And when I do that, because it's going straight to you, I don't put none of my stuff in it. I'll ask you what you want and put some of your extra stuff in it. But if it's for you, then you fill it with whatever. All right. I'm in the wrong spot. So then, you know what? I need my my full logo. So I'm going to take that. And again, I'm going to fit it wherever, because again, I don't care what size it is. I'm going to find something to put it on. But you can always use your logo on bags. You can put it on a hat. Again, I say pencil case because that's my little freebies and stuff that I give away. Little stuff that you do and want to put out, why not fill it? Also, there are other times where I'll go to Creative Fabrica, right? Because I do have a little one, and I'll just type in kids. And I will find, you know what? I'm going to type in trucks, monster trucks. I'm going to type in trucks, and I'm going to take one from here. This is how quick it is to get to get an image. Let me be clear because I'm on live to make an image. So I'm going to open it up. It don't matter which one. I'm just going to distract it, replace it. Okay. So now I'm going to upload this image that I just took. It's in my downloads. And now I brought that in. Okay. Like that's how, when I have space like that, and let's see how big I can get this. If I do this at a 5, because he's a toddler. So I do his at a 5 or a 6. So look, I can even go to a 6 with this one. So now my baby got a little monster truck. Okay. I can, if I wanted it bigger, I could go bigger. I can give him a big old monster truck. So that's what I do with the space. Hey, KZ. They come handy for tags. Absolutely. I did a whole sheet where all I did was get these for the inside of my shirt. For my shirts, I do take off the tag and put my own brand. It depends on the shirts that I'm making and who they're for. But yes, you can definitely do that. Also, if you have your logo in different colors, you can do it in your opposite color. So here's my white, my black, because it don't matter. It's not like vinyl where you can only stick to one color. All right. So the good thing about this is that no matter what color I need, I'm able to get it. All right. And so you just want to fill every space, y'all. All right. And so even if you were working on barcodes, that's another thing. I like to fill my space with my own QR codes. Let me see if I have one. I don't. Because y'all know back then I ain't saved by name. Let's see though. Oh, look at there. I did. Okay. So my QR codes, I like to put them on my sleeve when I'm doing my own shirts and I'm out and about. So there we go. I like to do mine at a 2.2. 2.25, not bad. So I like to do mine at a 2. Barcodes, I do care what size they are because you don't want no big old barcode everywhere. All right. So again, just fill the space, y'all. Fill the space with whatever it is that you need. If you need other shirts or personal stuff, this is what I fill it with quotes, because you can always throw a quote onto a shirt and make it work. So I always feel, no matter what order I'm doing, I always feel. I love Creative Fabricas. This is much better than, yes. So this is why I'm showing y'all this. So some places have a builder. Like if you just need a big old long one, even when I just did one that was, oh my goodness, I think I did 484 length and 222s. I still did it individually like this. I didn't go into the builder. The builders get on my nerves. So I like to just upload my own and do my own thing. But yes, many places do have a builder. But I just rather do my own sheet. And then with my person, the person that I'm giving y'all, he doesn't mind that I email him. He doesn't mind that I email him. So I pay for it and then I just shoot him an email with my image because I ain't got time. So, okay. So y'all see this? I just want to fill the space. Even up in here, you see that? All this space. This is a lot of space. All right. It may not look like it, but look, you could have got a whole nother barcode in there. You could have got this and even smaller. Just make it smaller. If I wanted it, let's just say I want it as a pocket. I could turn it into a 3, maybe turn it sideways. Yep. Turn it sideways and I can fit it over here like that. Okay. Oh, that's a good idea for the barcode. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So you can put whatever you want. You got little babies, throw them an extra shirt in there. I do that with Sticky all the time. I got a board full of stuff. I can't show because I'll get bananas, but just, turtles and check mark signs and just all the little things that he likes, because I had to make it small and it was able to fit. Do y'all have any questions right now on specifically the sizing and uploading into Canva? If you're just not joining us, I'm showing you guys how to create a DTF gang sheet using Canva. The size that we're using is a 22 by 60 canvas. Do we have any questions? No business card on scan. Oh yeah, scan my sleeve. Yes. And y'all, if you know Lil Stink love having my little QR code because he would tell a person in a minute, if you need a shirt, scan my QR code. But yes, when I'm walking around with a shirt that I made, I'll even put it on the inside, like at the bottom. I'm gonna show you how to do that 3D. I'm gonna show you the person that I use. I do have a vendor and you get 10% off. And I use him and he does ship. I know him personally and the work is awesome. He also do UV DTF. Can you do mine? Yes, I do offer doing for people. Yes, I just finished doing like 6 of them for a up and coming business owner. He just started a TikTok shop, and so he was like, okay, these are the images that I need. So yes, I do help people create their own, and then I just send you the PNG and you send them off wherever you want to order them. All right. Any questions? What's the turnaround time? His turnaround time is 24 to 48 hours. I'm gonna show you his site, but it's 24 to 48 hours. He's really quick, and he's in San Antonio. Any questions? Any questions? Okay. So now that I have this, right? So this is my game sheet. Let's, again, if you're a visual like me, I know you like, well, it's not filled, but we just pretending that it's filled, y'all. Okay. We just pretending for play. But just pretend that I filled this whole spot because I want y'all to fill every corner of this game sheet. Yes, he does do UV DTF. So UV DTF. So if this, I'll show you. If this was a UV DTF game sheet, which I'll show you the other game sheet so that you can kind of get an idea of how many I get on a sheet. This was a, y'all, how do I find out the size? Because this is not an 83. Y'all know with the new update, you can't, I can't tell what size something is. Okay, that was 83. Okay, so this was an 83. No, that looks smaller than an 83, but it might be. It's an 83. Oh, there we go. This is a 60. Okay, so this is an 83. So this is an 83. This was an order. Again, he asked me to create his own and look at all the shirts he was able to get on one sheet. This is pocket side. These are all pockets. And then this was something for the back of his neck. So just a line on the back of the neck. And again, just filling the spot. So see here, he has some extra space. I just filled his spot. I don't do so much filling for customers just in case they don't know how to cut around. But again, that was a game sheet that I created. But you see here, I filled in that space. Can y'all see that? Filled in that space. Okay. Oh yeah, he definitely does it all. So let me just show you. These are my other gang sheets. So this is one I literally have for y'all to cut so that you can see what it looks like on the computer. I'm gonna show you how I cut it. So this is the gang sheet that I sent him, and he actually printed it out for me. Again, filling the space with the barcodes. I was in a rush. It was probably 1 o'clock in the morning, so I didn't have time to add stuff. But you definitely could have filled some space right there. Okay. This is one of those when you get those last minute orders and you're like, oh, let me go ahead and fill it. So, but yeah, he has a good turnaround time. I wanted to show y'all. Here we go. So if those of you who do cup wraps, okay, this is my UV DTF cup wraps. So this is how I created it. I made it. I had some plants, added the image that I made, added her name. So yeah, so you can make your own. So his UV DTF sizes are a little different. This one is a 22 by 12, and I think this only cost me 12 cookies, and we be spending 5 cookies on one. So yeah, I don't know why that's there. But yeah, so that's, and this was another UV DTF. So my baby wanted some stickers, stuff like that. Got some Lakers. I don't want to get in trouble. This was from some cups I was just kind of playing around with. All right. So he does UV DTF as well. How many cookies for you to build my gang sheet? We'll talk. I just do a design fee. Just message me. But yes, I absolutely will help do it for you until you have the time to learn to do it. But yes. Any other questions about this before we hit save? But yes, no problem. Trust me, I get it because I'm showing you how to do it. Yes, I'm gonna show you how to download it too, Tasha. I get it. I totally understand. You're like, I need this. I want to do it because I got some orders or I got some shirts I need to make. It's graduation season. Can you just help me out? Yes, I don't mind helping you out for it. Just message me and we'll talk about it. It's not crazy either. I just ask that you have your own images. All I'm doing is building the sheet because the price is low because eventually I want you to be able to go do it yourself. Okay. All right. So now that we have our gang sheet and we're ready to go, we're going to hit share. All right. We're going to share it and we're going to download. All right. So now you want to get as big as possible because you want that pixel to be a nice size so it's not pixelated. All right. So I usually do a 2.5. That's big. I mean, that don't really change your pixel. It's just so when they go to print it, it doesn't make it pixelated. Okay. So I'm going to save it as a PNG. The biggest thing here, y'all, is that you want to hit transparent background. Okay. You want to hit transparent background. And then you want to change it to the page that we're on. And then we want to download it. Okay. Once we download it, you know what I wonder? Do you have a video on the banner? Yes, I do have a video on my banner. No, I don't have a video, but I do show y'all how to do the banner. After we're done recording on YT, I'll show you how to do the banner. All right. So it does take a little bit more time because it is a larger image. And when you say banner, you're talking about the sticker on the screen? Or are you talking about on YT? KZ. Okay. So now you have your PNG. I always just double check it. It should be black outline. You see that? And when I go to zoom in, I'm not pixelated. You see how clear the duck is? If you're watching me on YouTube, you can see. You see zooming in, I'm not losing the picture. All right. So that's why I go higher, as high as possible. Well, not as possible. I don't want to use a lot of my memory. So I just go to the 2.5. But you see, it helps it not pixelate your image so that when they print, because it's going to print exactly what it looked like. So if it's pixelated, that it's going to be blurry when you go to print. Okay, the sticker on the screen. Yes, I can show you how to do the sticker. Okay, so now you have your PNG. Let me make sure my personal information is not in here. Because y'all be all up in my business. All right. So that one was a 22 by 60. So if you're using his account, right, to get to him again, you're going to go to my link in my bio and you're going to, let me go to it incognito so you can see it. So if you're rewatching this, you're going to go to my link in my bio and you're going to scroll down till you see DTF prints. All right. When you click on DTF prints, it's going to bring him up. Right here, get your reward. You get 10% off of your first order. Okay. So click get your reward, put in your email, and then go about your day. Okay. So now I'm in here. I'm going to click on transfers and I'm going to click on order DTF gang sheet. Okay. So, so these are all his notes. Just making sure it's a transparent background, PNG, making sure the DPI is 300. My DPI is always good when I do my 2.5. I've never had any issues. Again, whatever color you do, it's going to be the color that's on the screen. Okay? So don't be asking this, I need this to be white. No, whatever color you give and send, that's the color it's going to be. Okay? All right. So now I'm going to go and I'm going to add to cart. Okay. So this here is where you would go and upload your files. It's going to take you to a whole, your dig to upload your stuff here and to add your file. I don't use this feature, but I guess I need to show y'all exactly how to do it. Well, I don't want to send it because if I send it, it's going to send it to him. So you would just hit transfer and it'll send it over to him. Okay. You put your email in, put the message, you just say, gang sheet. You know, he does ask that you always put the size when you save it. So I do mine as DMS because he know me as the Design Mastery Studio. And that would be it. I don't want to transfer because if I do that, it's going to send it to him. Okay. But that's what you would do. If you have any issues, you can email him. He's very quick with responding, but I just send my my PDF to him, not PDF, my PNG directly. If you have any issues, sometimes Canva doesn't come out the right way when I'm using Canva, but either way go, you could always just email him your image as well. Okay. Hi, Angelina. All right. And so that's it. You would just go over here and check out. You pay for your image and that's it. That's it. If you shipping, it's 10 cookies to ship. He also offers local pickup. He is in Texas. This ain't Texas, but it is. Any questions about DTF? And again, I told y'all I would show y'all his UV DTF so you can kind of see his prices. So again, you can do a gang sheet. He also offer individual size. So if all you need is 2 images of a 10 by 10, you could do that too. But just do a gang sheet. Don't be trying to do 2 little images and you shipping. Get as many as you can on the sheet. All right. So this is his prices for UV DTF. So a 12 by 12, 12 by 24 is 14 cookies. Yeah, I mean, these are reasonable prices. If you think about, let's see, I believe this one was a 12 by 24. Hold on. Just so you can get a visual. Oh, this is a 22 by 12. What did I say he have? 22 by, oh, he must have went up. Oh no, wrong size. Or am I on a different sheet? Oh, incognito screen. What I said was 22 by 12. So it would be like here, a 24. So for 14 cookies, you will be able to get 1, 2, 3, 4 full cup wraps. And then I just put my logo because I needed to fill my space. Okay. And that's it. That's all a DTF gang sheet is, y'all. Does anybody have any questions? Does anybody have any questions on how to create a DTF gang sheet? I'm going to show you now what it looks like when I get it. Okay. So YouTube, I'm going to try my best to pull y'all over. Okay. So let's stop the screen sharing. And we're going to turn on our camera. Oh, you know what? I'm going to invite myself. Oh, it's going to cut off. It's going to cut off TikTok. Hold on, y'all. Let me figure out how I'm going to do this. Because I want... Okay. Hi. Okay, hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. Because I want to figure out how to show YouTube how to. I can just bring it into the screen. Let me get my screen. I guess I should have had my heat press on so that I could show y'all. Let me get some scissors. Okay. Right. Yeah, I won't cut y'all off. Okay, so TikTok, you would probably now have a better view than YT. This thing is stiff, y'all, so give me a second. And I'm going to switch cameras. Okay, YouTube, I'm going to try my best because that way when y'all do the replay, you'll be able to see. Okay, let me turn on this camera. All right. Oh, not TikTok in a way. Hold on. Now y'all got the camera in the screen. Well, maybe if I turn y'all this way, there we go. Okay. So I'm going to show YouTube first and then TikTok I'll show you. So this is a gang shoot. You see this? So this is the gang sheet. So you see how many I was able to get on a sheet. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15, and then I have a bunch of pocket stuff, and I have an infant stuff and some QR codes. All right. So for, I think this was 20 cookies or so like that. If I was weeding, think about the time. So yeah, you could have easily did printable vinyl. Sorry, TikTok. I'm gonna show y'all in a second. You could have easily did the words with vinyl and then printable vinyl for the person and the kid in the middle. But what you did now was take away the fact that you are weeding. All right. You don't have to take the time and weed. Okay. Okay. So TikTok. This is what the DTF sheet looks like. You can't see the full thing, but if you go look at the video that I posted on TikTok, you guys will be able to see that. All right. You see that? You see how good that image is? Nothing is pixelated. It looks good. You can even see the bottom of the skateboard. All right. And then so that YouTube can see it up close. He looks good. Okay. All right. So now what you're going to do is you're just going to cut. Okay. I was like, what is that? Did something hit the window? All right. So I'm just going to cut. Now I'm going to try to cut this in the air. This is an order. So. All right. And so you're just going to cut your image out. You don't have to be perfect. So there you go. You just start. Now you got them separated. So that's what you're going to do. So when I say get them close, you can get in there close and you just cut around. So you see here, I have the little cousin. So I just have to cut. So you could use the rotor, but so TikTok, so that y'all can see, I'm just cutting it. And if you're on TikTok, if you want to come over to YT, you can see it there. This is going to be, this is what DTF uses to get the color, right? That's your blue, your red, your yellow, and your black. Okay. You want to make sure to cut that off. That will press. Oh, sorry, y'all. I didn't know y'all just saw the back of my hairs on my hands. Sorry. On TikTok. All right. So this is what I'm talking about, TikTok. My apologies. So this is your reed line. That's their colors. That's how they get their colors, the color band. You want to make sure to cut that off because that will press onto your shoulder. Okay. Someone did ask a question. If the design, okay, hold on. If you send the design, how long would it take to get the sheet back? So never mind. He, I mean, it has been pretty quick. He's at least 24 hours, 20 to 48 hours. So it depending on where you are, he's in Texas. So depending on where you are, that's how long it would take for him to ship. I would say he would at least have it ready to ship off to you within 48 hours. And then however long regular processing is. I'm staring in the window. I know. I'm sorry. Yes, there you go. The AMSR. Now I know exactly. Now you know me like the back of my hand. YouTube, do y'all have any questions? Okay, so now you have your image. Okay, now you have your image. YouTube, I don't think. If I wasn't on TikTok, I'll be able to show, but I'm not able to open up another. You know what? Yes, I can. Hold on. Hold that thought. I can send y'all. Hold on. Look, I keep forgetting. Y'all just, let me, so people are like, what are we looking at? What are we looking at? All right. So I should be able to join. If I did this right, this is why I use StreamYard, y'all. Okay. So if y'all are like, what is Farron over here using? StreamYard. I don't know what. Man, y'all all up in my business. We're going to turn y'all to the Cricuts because we're not using them for this part. So we're just going to show y'all over there. That way y'all get a cute view. Okay. So let me try to really quick open it up in YouTube. Y'all good? Any questions? What I'm doing now is I'm trying to join StreamYard through my iPad, and then I should be able to take y'all over to the heat press on the iPad. Open in Safari. Okay, hold on, y'all. Let's go to Safari. TikTok, if you're talking, I can't see you yet. Feel free to type in your question. And then I'll get to it in one moment. Okay, entering in my studio. Allow mic access. Sorry, YouTube. All right. We're going to turn the sound off. Sorry, I got to look at my other screen. There we go. Sorry. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I'm going to turn off my screen. There we go. Okay. Now I can bring y'all over. TikTok, give me 1 second. I gotta get my iPad. Hold it. Y'all, if y'all were to see, if y'all were to see, oh, I was trying to figure out how to. See the things we do to get y'all set up. Okay, that should be big enough. Now let's take the iPad. It's not going to work in the case. Y'all, look, I'm giving y'all extra, okay, YouTube? Anybody know how to flip? I don't know. All right. So now so now we're going to turn y'all over there. And then TikTok, y'all come on over too. All right, TikTok. Hold on 1 second. All right, so now both parties should be in attendance. This was not in the plan, but someone was asking about the pressing part. So I'm like, well, I have to make the shirts anyway, so I might as well bring y'all to finish the ride. Okay. Something fell. Turned off my computer, so let me. Okay, so YouTube, can y'all still hear me? YouTube, can you confirm that you can hear me okay? Can I just get a 1 in the chat? TikTok, I know y'all good, right? Everybody on TikTok is okay? What y'all over here laughing about? What happened? All the teal on the back, black tools. You're about to shit to me. I need something this week. Never mind. I would say this week, depending on when you can get it, when you get it. I mean, yeah. Where are you in Texas or are you somewhere else? Someone has ordered before and told me they got it fairly quickly. I just don't know. Like I said, he just says 24 to 48 hours. Oh, you on the other side. I I don't know. I don't want to tell you yes. I don't see why you wouldn't. I'll be honest, but I don't want to say yes and then you be like, "Man, I said I would get them." You can also go to your what is it called? You can also go to like a oh, what am I trying to say? Look on Marketplace and type in DTF, and that way you can see who's near you that maybe has the DTF. And find you a local vendor. That's always an option too. I'm just showing y'all who I have as somebody that I use. If you don't have one or until you need find. But the ideal thing, y'all, is to find y'all someone local if you need like a quick turnaround. I'm just making room up here, y'all. YouTube get to see everything. YouTube, y'all okay? Can I see the chat? Oh, no. Comments. Okay, y'all can hear me cool. I don't know what I just did over here, y'all. I don't know what I just did on YT. Okay, I don't know how to get out of it, but y'all can still see me. I just see a black screen. Uh-oh. When I say I wasn't prepared, y'all, I wasn't prepared. Let me just clear off my space. Look, we've been in our journal era, so that's why you see journals everywhere. TikTok, y'all good? What do you, oh, thank you for pin that. What I thought you were talking about sending me teal and blacks. That's what your text said. You know, teal is my thing. When you said you like teal, I was like, girl, so do I. Everything is teal. All right, so I just want a space so I can cut. And I don't accidentally cut nothing. Okay. All right. Someone had asked about using a rotary. We're going to try it. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the heartbeats. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. Why are you lost? I was confused. I thought that's what you said. I was just reading your message. All right, so someone asked about the rotary. TikTok, can y'all see? Yes, y'all can see. All right, so this is using a rotary tool. So yeah, you could definitely, see, look, I'm about to cut into the end. When I say my hand ain't sturdy, but absolutely you can. Look, ain't no curving. I'm just gonna get. So yeah, you can definitely do it. Like I said, my hand is not sturdy enough to make the curves and stuff, but that's an option. All right, and so I'm just gonna show you what this is like. Unless you wrote that so that I would say it out loud. Hey, Dominique. Look, my customer, look at this, y'all. She brought her own shirts. She labeled them and everything. Look at her. Looking for the baby shirt. Oh, I love that. And I only offer that for my local people to get their own. This shirt got a name that she didn't even ask me to order. Okay, y'all, I'm sorry. I'm looking for the baby duck. Here we go. Cousin duck. All right. Yeah, some people can use rotary like it's nothing. Exactly. Like stationary chick, she could cut like ain't no other. All professional. I can't exactly. Okay. So now let me bring okay, YouTube. I think y'all got a good view over here. YouTube, any questions? Or y'all good over there? Okay. So again, this is Cousin Duck. So this is a newborn size. I don't want the buttons. It's so tiny. I just do just a little bit to press. Again, the guide that I gave is the DTF that I'm using. So this will work for his. I just do a press first. All right, and you just want to center it. For my newborn, I go 1 inch from the top. One inch. Don't be having them baby images on their bellies, okay? We talk about this all the time. Get them babies' images off their belly. So you just want to do 1 inch from the top. If you need a ruler, use it. I had a t-shirt one, but who knows where that's at. Okay, so I'm just going to eye it. I know my finger is about 1, and I'm just going to center it. So I'm going to make sure it's straight, and then I'm just going to press. Oh, crap. Y'all. I forgot. I was still on sublimation. You want to be on 425. You want to be on, I'm sorry, 325. Y'all, I had it on 380 for 60 seconds, but you only want to do 20 seconds. What was I thinking? Hold on, I don't want to burn my shirt now. All right, we're going to lift it up. My honey went to go get my car washed. It's all nice and pretty. Okay, so we're just going to press again. I'm not going to leave it as long just because I know it's super hot. I was working on some sublimation stuff, y'all. All right, and just like that, you have a DTF shirt. Can y'all see that? You see how crisp the image is? YouTube? And it's the same way as vinyl, okay? You should be able to see your image through, the fibers of the shirt. That is how you know your images are adhering to your shirts. If your images are sitting on top of your shirt and it looks Can y'all see this TikTok? That is how you know that you have pressed it into your shirt. 10K. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for getting us to 10K. All right, YouTube, are y'all good? This is the final product. This is with the DTF. You press it like you would vinyl. Get it? All right. So YouTube, if y'all have any questions, feel free to message me. Follow me on all platforms. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Can y'all please, if you're watching on YouTube, come out of the chat, thumbs up the video, please. I would greatly appreciate you guys for doing that. And I appreciate y'all. I'm going to end YouTube. If you would like, come on over to TikTok and come hang out with us over there. All right. Talk to y'all later.